Today we're going to look at the degrees, terms, and multiplicity of a higher degree polynomial. So let's look at f of x equals x to the fourth minus x cubed plus 3x squared minus 1. And I just made that up. It doesn't really matter what I had picked to show us. So the first thing we want to look at is this number here tells us the degree. Okay, so this is a fourth degree polynomial. You make sure to line them from highest to lowest so that you find what the highest degree is. The amount of terms that can happen in the polynomial would be the degree minus 1. So in our case, we would have 4 minus 1 equals 3. Now that doesn't mean it has to have 3. That means at most it can have 3. So I'm going to write 3 at most. Okay. Now we're going to look at end behavior. And pretty much they follow the same pattern. We have an even end behavior or an odd end behavior. So we're going to look at the highest degree. And so down here I'll put look at highest degree. And that's going to tell us what we should expect. So example, if we have y equals x squared, that's an even end behavior. So if we were graphing it, we have a parabola, okay? And this is going to follow the same pattern no matter if that's a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8, so on and so forth. As long as they are all even, we're going to have a U with the arrows facing up. So if we were writing it, we would write that as x is approaching positive infinity, f of x equals positive infinity. And if we have limit going towards negative infinity, so we go backwards, we still have an f of x of a positive infinity. Now what happens if we take our same picture and we turn him upside down? So again, remember this is for any even power, okay? It may have more turns, but it's still going to have the same arrows. So we're going to have a upside down, whatever shape it may be. But again, its arrows go the same direction. So down here, we're going to have the limit of x is approaching infinity. Let me erase that. And we have f of x is going towards infinity, and the limit as x is going towards negative infinity, f of x equals negative infinity. On odd end behaviors, that's going to be anything with an odd power. So I have y equals x cubed. That's the same as an x to the fifth, an x to the seventh, and so on and so forth. Okay, so where this is 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., this is 3, 5, 7, etc. So if I draw my picture over here, for cubic, I obviously have this, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to have the same picture no matter what. So this time, as my limit is approaching a positive infinity, my function is still approaching a positive infinity. And as I'm going towards negative infinity, my f of x is going to get negative. Barely fit it in there. Okay? If I have y equals negative x cubed, okay, same thing, the arrows still have to be opposite, okay, but my picture is going to flip around. So this time I have something like that. All right, So again, my arrows are still going opposite direction, but it's flipped the picture. So I have the limit as x is growing to infinity. My f of x is getting negative. And if I have the limit as x is approaching negative infinity, my f of x is actually getting positive. So this is our beginning of degrees and terms, and we will cover multiplicity in the next video. Best of luck!